Her name lights up your viewer list like a quiet siren, third in line every time, and yet your messages sit there, blue-ticked and airless. If that sentence felt like a mirror, stay with it. Because this isn't about vanity metrics or playing cooler than you feel. It's about signals versus stories, and the way our nervous systems turn tiny digital cues into sweeping conclusions about worth, safety, and momentum. Watching isn't the same as choosing. Attention isn't the same as investment. And the loop you're in, where a silent view feels like a breadcrumb, keeps you feeding a bond that doesn't eat. There's a reason it grabs you. Stories are low-friction intimacy. She can look at you framed, filtered, and time-boxed, learn your routine, sense your humor, scan your social proof, without stepping into the present tense. A story is a one-way window. She sees you without being seen. That means no stakes, no awkward pauses, no messy reality. And because the window refreshes daily, the connection feels alive even when it isn't moving. Your brain reads the view as a pulse. She's here. But a pulse is not a plan, and proximity is not pursuit. If you felt the tiny dopamine pop when you notice her at the top, that's not love. It's variability. Intermittent reinforcement, the most powerful learning schedule, keeps you checking because sometimes a view is followed by a reply, and sometimes it's not. Your system starts gambling. Maybe this time she'll say something. Maybe the timing was off. Maybe she's shy. Maybe your last post didn't set the right tone. Each maybe buys the pattern another day. You invest more curation, more clarity, more charm. Meanwhile, the relationship remains architecture-free. No structure, no momentum, no reciprocated risk. When someone keeps the channel open but won't enter the room, it often means one of three things. First, curiosity without capacity. She enjoys the vibe, but timing, bandwidth, or emotional availability are low. Second, interest without intent. She likes the ego warmth of your attention and the lift of your signal in her day, but she's not choosing the next step. Third, comparative scanning. You're part of a rotating feed of possibilities. Nice, familiar, present, but not the one she's moving toward. None of these are moral judgments. They're traffic conditions. But misreading traffic as a green light is how people end up idling for months at an intersection that never clears. Here's the quiet truth the algorithm doesn't teach. Attraction runs on tension handled cleanly. Not drama, tension. The difference is that drama spikes cortisol and makes you chase relief, while clean tension balances uncertainty with respect. Clean tension says, I like this, I'm here, but I'm not trying to control you. Story-only attention removes tension entirely. You're staged, available, and costless to consume. It's a showroom with no salesperson. She can stroll through, compliment the lighting, and leave. Your presence scratches the itch of novelty without triggering the part of the brain that commits. There's also a safety play happening under the surface. A reply asks her to take social risk, to reveal tone, timing, intention. A view demands nothing. If she's unsure, overwhelmed, or ambivalent, a view is the perfect hedge. And if you react with more effort every time she hedges, more content calibrated for her eyes, more subtle nods she might notice, you teach the system that distance brings reward. People don't mean to train each other. Patterns do. The viewed but unreplied loop can turn you into the supplier of stimulation while she remains a buyer of free samples. What you're craving isn't a view, it's reciprocity. Reciprocity isn't loud, but it is measurable. Initiative, warmth, follow-through. Initiative looks like her moving the conversation forward without a nudge. Warmth feels like ease, not effort. She answers in ways that create room, not shrink it. Follow-through shows up on calendars, not just in comment bubbles. When those three show up, the most ordinary moments feel electric because both nervous systems are investing. Without them, you'll keep optimizing your highlight reel and wondering why the story never becomes a story. Zoom out and notice how your body responds to the loop. Do you breathe shallower while checking views? Does your mind script potential openers during quiet hours, as if a perfect sentence will finally unlock something? This is the tell. When you're spending more time engineering optics than feeling present in your own life, the platform is piloting you. The myth is that if you just tune the frequency, slightly smarter humor, slightly better angle, slightly more mystery, she'll shift from spectator to participant. But spectatorship is cheap because it floats on your effort. Participation carries weight because it asks for hers. There's a paradox here that frustrates caring people. Warmth without backbone gets taken for granted. Backbone without warmth gets misread as cold. Early on, you probably paired both. You initiated with a clear vibe and a playful steadiness. Then the silence crept in. Instead of reading it, you edited yourself, softened edges, kept the tap running, gentle, available, non-disruptive. You removed all friction so nothing could snag. But friction is where decisions happen. Without it, everything slides, right past the moment of choice. So what actually matters? Not a performance switch, not a trick, not a scripted line. What matters is signal hygiene. You send signals whether you intend to or not. Cadence, consistency, emotional tone, the ratio between invitation and patience. Clean signals compress confusion. When your energy stops chasing unchosen attention, the noise drops. The system either steps forward to meet you or it doesn't. And that clarity is a gift to both sides. Either path preserves dignity. There's a grief in acknowledging that someone enjoys the comfort of your presence, but not the cost of your closeness. Let that grief be honest. It's the boundary forming. Boundaries aren't walls, they're contours that keep your attention valuable. They prevent you from leaking effort into places that don't return it. Think of your attention like oxygen in a room. If you flood it, candles don't become brighter, they blow out. The right level of air makes flame possible. The right level of presence makes interest legible. If she wants you, your absence won't erase you. It will sharpen the outline. If she's been orbiting out of habit, your quiet won't be a puzzle to solve. It will be the end of the pattern. Either way, you get your hours back. And hours reclaimed turn into gravity. Better sleep, clearer work, richer friendships, a life that generates its own narrative instead of feeding on notifications. That gravity is felt. It changes your posture, your pacing, the way you enter a room. Screens can't fake that. Stories can't scale it on demand. People sense it before they can name it, and the ones who are ready to meet it will lean in. Here's the part that sticks. She can watch 100 times and never choose. She can reply once with intention, and everything moves. The metric that matters isn't view count, it's mutual momentum. When interaction becomes a two-handed rhythm, offer and echo, spark and grounding, the smallest exchange carries more weight than a week of silent attention. Until then, let the view be exactly what it is, a glance. Not a promise, not a plan, not a prophecy, just a glance. Your job isn't to turn glances into guarantees. Your job is to protect the conditions that make real green lights visible. So the next time your name climbs the viewer list and your chest tightens, translate it correctly. She saw. That's all. If seeing is all she wants, let seeing be all she gets. Keep your signal clean, your days honest, your warmth paired with a spine. Curiosity thrives where pressure falls and choices are real. And if her interest has been waiting for a steadier you, it will show up in a place beyond the glass, where replies carry time in them and the story finally leaves the screen.